47 years later, is Pakistan facing another coup? 47 years ago, General Zia-ul-Haq's tanks rolled into Islamabad, toppling Zulfikar Ali Bhutto's civilian government and plunging Pakistan into an era of military rule that would haunt it for decades, if you remember history. Today, the same shadows loom large over the country's fragile democracy. The rise of the new Field Marshal, yes, you have heard it right, the new Field Marshal General Asim Munir, Pakistan's powerful army chief, has now been elevated to the rare rank of Field Marshal, a symbolic yet deeply political promotion. This title hasn't been used since the days of Ayub Khan in the 1950s and 60s, a time when Pakistan's military ruled unchecked. Munir's new rank isn't just ceremonial, it grants him lifetime immunity. This lifetime immunity, vast influence over Pakistan's military and also intelligence networks. And crucially, the moral authority to dictate national security policy. Many see it as the army tightening its grip in the guise of continuity. Bilawal's bombshell and a rift is exposed here. Tensions escalated dramatically when Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, scion of the Bhutto dynasty, broke ranks with decades of Pakistani orthodoxy. In a bold and shocking statement, he suggested that Pakistan should consider handing over top terror suspects like Hafiz Saeed and Masood Azhar to India and the international legal cooperation. Yes, you have heard that right. This was no slip of the tongue. It was a political gambit aimed at rehabilitating Pakistan's battered image abroad and opening doors for dialogue. But for the military, which views these groups as leverage in regional conflicts, it was a red line crossed. This backlash was immediate. Nationalist voices accused Bilawal of betraying the Kashmir cause and undermining national security. And behind the scenes, insiders say Munir's camp sees this as justification to sideline the Bhuttos altogether. The echoes of 1977 history feels like it's on repeat. Back then, the Bhuttos were toppled by Zia. Today, another Bhutto, Bilawal, finds himself cornered by an emboldened military. President Asif Ali Zardari, Bilawal's father, is now rumored to be facing the same fate. Yes, removal or forced resignation. The timing is symbolic indeed and also strategic. Elevating Munir to Field Marshal right after Pakistan's bruising skirmish with India earlier this year has given the army a new narrative. Resilience, unity, and the need for strong leadership. All code words historically used to justify coups. Soft coup or just chess moves. We have to see that. Is Pakistan witnessing the early stages of a military takeover? Or is this just the army reminding politicians who really hold the reins? Some argue this is not a tanks on the streets coup, but a modern, softer version, a silent power shift. Think about it. Civilian leaders who cross the army find themselves discredited. Cases reopen. Media is silenced. And political parties fracture. The PPP is vulnerable. PTI remains fractured. The army can easily play kingmaker or king What happens next then? Yes, the army can be the king. And what will happen next? What are the possible scenarios? President Zardari could be pressured into stepping down, paving the way for Munir or his loyalists to step in under the guise of national unity. Or the army could maintain a hybrid regime, pulling strings from behind the scenes while keeping up the illusion of civilian rule. But here's the risk. Pakistan is nuclear armed, economically unstable, and globally under scrutiny for terrorism links. Another military takeover could isolate Islamabad further, strain ties with the West, and deepen its dependency on China. It's already dependent. 47 years after Zia's tanks rumbled into the capital, Pakistan stands at a crossroads today. Will the ghost of 1977 return to haunt its people? Or can its leaders, civilian and military, chart a new course that finally breaks this cycle of democracy interrupted? We'll see what happens next. For more deep insights and updates, keep watching The Global Eye.